looks gorgeous so far. There it is. Hello everyone and welcome to Destination Penguins. We are Jarek and Agnieszka traveling to the bottom of South America in our van Mundo. In 2023, we left our American lives behind and embarked on the journey south. Life is short, world is beautiful, and we want to make memories for a lifetime. So join us on this journey as we publish the highlights on YouTube. Yesterday we arrived in Belize and we stopped in Orange Walk to spend the night. It was a nice river resort, and we met with other travelers there, a couple from Germany who we've seen several times already traveling through Mexico, so that was kind of fun to exchange some recommendations for places to stay and campsites and things to see, because after Mexico they went to Guatemala and going through Belize, going back to Mexico, and we went through Mexico and then going the other direction. So it was kind of fun to sort of exchange that information. But in the same time, we driving through Belize going south to Placencia to stay for a few days, and Belize is very different than Mexico. First of all, they have conifers right here. So I'm going to turn around and show you the landscape. Alright, so first of all, it's much flatter, but I mean, parts of Mexico are flat. But they have these like pine trees and other things that we didn't expect. We pretty much expected only to see palm trees and sort of a tropical vegetation, and this is not such a thing.
Uno, me invitaste a salir. Dos, tres, nos conocimos y la flashé. 4, 5, 6, todo fue perfecto. Toda esa etapa de enamoramiento. Qué lindo.
So the landscape changed a little bit. It's much more mountainous and kind of like a tropical jungle. And this road is so empty. And then all the land is for sale. So many for sale signs.
Vamos aparentando que todo va bien. Creo que me dices que no todo está ok. Yo no quiero 7, solo quiero tu 10. Que te entrego de una buena vez. 10 menos 7 me da 3. 10 menos 7 me da 3.
Ayer me rogas por una mira y hoy te me escapa, te siento sin gas. Mira de frente, deja la mano. Dime qué sientes ahora.
So we left Placencia yesterday, where we stayed in a public parking space, and you know, it's always fine, quiet, no problems whatsoever, but public parking spaces are not always that great because you can't have much privacy. You can't like take the table and chairs and cook elaborate dinners and all that sort of stuff. So we left. It's good for one night, but it's not good for more. And Placencia was a lovely town, very laid back, with nice beaches, nice restaurants. Yeah, and then we moved about 15 miles north to this Lost Reef resort. And here, it's really great. It's a resort. It's a tiny little resort on the Caribbean Sea, and they also have a swimming pool, so that's kind of fun, and few cabañas where people are renting it. So there are quite a few Americans and Europeans here, like maybe 10 people maximum. And yeah, and we're the only overlanders here, so it's kind of nice. And the weather is nice, and it's a lovely place. So I will give you a quick tour of the place. All right, so we right on the ocean with a whole bunch of coconut trees and places to play games. I think there's a cornhole game, hammocks, beach, chairs, and a 1, 2, 3, 4 cabanas, that's it, and a nice swimming pool. So, and beautifully maintained. Like, really, people take pride in not having leaks and other things, so it's really nice here. It's a little windy, which is nice because it's hot. So all right, so we're going to be leaving this place tomorrow and going to a Jaguar Reserve, a little bit more inland. We've been so much on all sorts of bodies of water that I think we kind of missed the mountains. So we might be going inland a bit and then crossing over to Guatemala pretty soon. But here's Mundo among the trees. Okay, we're leaving the paradise again and going to the nature reserve to do some hiking and maybe bird watching. It's not very far. Like in Belize, nothing is really far. Okay.
Okay, we off.
We are
Morning
off.
smile. Oh, he doesn't want to go inside.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
We are on the way to the nature reserve, the Jaguar Nature Reserve. It's the place where the most jaguars, well, 50 to 60 jaguars live here. And we were just driving, but I think we've seen definitely not a jaguar, but a small fox. And the Coxcomb Basin Wildlife Sanctuary. It looks gorgeous so far. No overlanders. Okay, here's the mahogany tree. It's a national tree of Belize, and this particular one was planted by Prince Philip in 1988. Alan Rabinowitz, who started this nature center, was attempting at some point to land the plane on the road, and he missed it, so he crashed the plane. And we're going first to the wreckage side to see how it looks. All right, we're entering the trail. It's very short. Okay, this is a cashew tree. It's going to have these red flowers. I mean, it's going to have this red fruit with the cashew nut on top. Here's the ant highway. So it's always like a couple inches wide, and it's very pronounced, and it goes this way, and that's where they live. There is a snake skin that we just found on the ground. So the snake must have shed it and moved on. It looks pretty good. We climbed a very steep hill to get to Cahal Pech, Mayan Ruins. The sun was hot despite the morning hours. Unfortunately, Google Maps directed us to the back entrance first. Once we reached the main entrance, we were very impressed. Cahal Pech is located in Belize, close to the border with Guatemala. The hilltop was home to a rich and important Maya family. The site has 34 structures, both homes and temples, but all were abandoned in the 900s. Historians are not sure about the reasons. The ruins are nicely preserved and are in a beautiful jungle setting. One unusual feature of these ruins were many hallways or passages between structures. We have not seen this before. So after a week in Belize, we leaving Belize. We stayed in San Ignacio for 2 days in a nice campsite. We had Belizean food, which was delicious, rice and beans and fried chicken, and we bought some fruit and had some coconut water, which is my favorite. And um, and then we decided that on Monday morning we're going to Guatemala. So Yarek went to the copy shop to make a copy of his driver's license because that's one of the documents that is necessary for crossing the border. And we're going to drive. It's just a few minutes, I guess, to drive to the border. And we have a little bit too many fruits and vegetables in our pantry, and technically it's not allowed, but then we saw a whole bunch of postings that they don't really check, so we're hoping for it. And so that's going to be a short visit to Belize. It's a lovely country, but it's quite small. So and then we have huge plans in Guatemala, so we're going to go and enjoy our stay there. So before we crossed the border, Yarek thought of an idea that he's going to go to the insurance company and see if we can get a little refund. So we bought the car insurance for a month just to be on the safe side. And oh, he's coming back. And we thought, since we've been here only a week, then maybe we can get a little bit of a refund. But he went in too fast to see what is happening.
No.
No? No refund?
No refund.
Okay. That's it. Now we can proceed to the border. We entered Belize from the north and then spent the first night in Orange Walk. The next day we woke up and we drove to Placencia, where we stayed on the beach for a few days and enjoyed the Caribbean Ocean and the resort at the Lost Reef. Then we went back the same route until we reached the Hummingbird Highway, and then on Highway we went and stayed in San Ignacio.